depende ngayon sa offer at purpose ng ebidensya. At depende din sa kanila. Kasi pwede lang i-waive yung karapatan na wag sagutin yung tanong. Sa asawa naman, there's a very prominent professor, no, always quoted by Lobok, si Professor Wigmore, who said, there is an exemption, no, to yung marital privilege or yung privilege communication between husband and wife. That is when the husband or the wife is the agent of the other one in buying property. So sinabi ko, bakit pinangunahan natin? Dapat, pabayaan natin patawag. Ngayon, pag nandyan na sa witness chair at may nagtanong, pabayaan mo mag-object yung kabila. Then mag-ruling
In this case, is this a case of the husband or the wife, the spouse, the agent?
That's my point. We do not know at this point in time. The question at this point in time is what is the relevance? Ang kinakaso sa kanya is ill-gotten wealth at ang sinasabi ay properties na inilagay daw sa pangalan ng mga anak niya at ng pamilya niya, ng asawa niya. So, klarong-klaro yan sa Republic Act 1379, no, which is the forfeiture of ill-gotten wealth. Kung titignan mo yung paragraph 1, property unlawfully acquired by the respondent but its ownership is concealed by its being recorded in a name or held by the respondent's spouse, ascendants, descendants, relatives, or any other persons. No? So of course, all of these are allegations. So ang punto ko lang naman doon, wag natin turuan ng depensa, wag natin turuan ng prosecution how to try their case. Pero pag humingi sila ng compulsory process na magdala ng witness, obligasyon ng korte, ibigay ito. So meaning, kung ang depensa man ang in the same situation, tatayuan ko rin at sasabihin ko rin, they should be given the right for the subpoena. But what happened is pinangunahan na ng Senado. And in the case of son-in-law, may Supreme Court case na nagsasabing hindi siya covered ng filial privilege. So klarong-klaro yun. So makakita mo, it might be the majority decision. It's not necessarily the right decision. No? So a lot of people were saying, and again, Piano, I can't go into the merits of the case. I'm just talking about the procedure. So a lot of people are saying, well, they can prove it another way. I agree.
Oo, yeah. That's what JP was saying, di ba? Meron namang dokumento
but
na
the question is, tuturuan ba natin sila how? Hindi ba karapatan nila how they want to present it? Di ba? If I was in the prosecution or defense, I might do something different, but I'm not. I'm a senator judge. So all I can do is sit back, listen, question if I have any questions, di ba? But I cannot direct their actions by stopping them from calling a witness or issuing a subpoena. But that's what we did yesterday. No? So I'm hoping it won't be much damage to the entirety of the case because there are other ways of proving what they want to prove. But I really think it's a bad precedent. That's why I stood up to question.
Do you think there's a lost opportunity in shedding more light on the issues?
Possibly. We don't really know because we don't know for what purpose they were going to be called for. That's why I'm a stickler simply for the procedure. Meaning some were saying, hindi ba pagkakampi na yan sa prosecution? Hindi. For two reasons. No? Number one, ang issue lang dito, whether ba ipatawag o hindi guilt or innocence ni CJ Corona. Number two, malay ba natin pag nag-testify yung mga anak kung pabor yun sa kanilang ama o kung laban yun sa kanilang ama. So we don't know at this point in time, no? So if the defense now asks to subpoena, what if the defense now asks to call the children? Can the court now say na hindi pwede? Under the law, the children can waive their right, can waive the privilege and can sit in the chair. So now the prosecution can stand up and say na, sandali lang, bakit kapag kami nagpapatawag hindi pwede? Bakit pag sila nagpapatawag pwede? Well, of course, may reason yon because it's up to them to waive the right. But the point is, shortcut natin yung proseso. So what you're going to see here is that there are going to be some disagreements in the interpretation of the law. And although we will try to have a consensus and try to decide some of it in caucus, some of them have to be put on the record. Kasi yun ang ibang tinanong sa akin na, I asked for a caucus, I asked for a second caucus, but sabi sa floor na lang pag-usapan. And I said, I could not attach
You asked for a second caucus after the vote?
Before.
Before the vote?
The day before.
The day before?
Nung Monday pa.
Okay.
I went to Senator Enrile and told him that I was sick, I wasn't in the first caucus because the first caucus wasn't announced. And I have serious objections about the possible ruling. And I have a legal memo for those who care to read it. No? And he said, let's just do it as a impeachment. So I took case there, no? But after reading it, a lot of senator judges were saying that, that wasn't really what was discussed was the result and not the
What
intricacies of the law.
What happened, Senator, behind closed doors when you went on a break?
Well, we're not really allowed to talk about it, no? But basically, as you saw on the floor, we agreed to vote on whether or not the decision of the Senate President will be appealed. Because the other thing that we could have done was to vote on it one by one. Will we issue the subpoena of the CJ? Will we issue the subpoena of the wife? Will we issue the subpoena of the children of the son-in-law? I would have preferred it go that way kasi at least doon sa son-in-law, klarong-klaro talaga yun.
So the Senate President did know about your objection beforehand?
Yes, but not specifically what, because we didn't discuss it
Okay.
yet.
So you didn't
As I
raise...
said, walang presidents kasi to except for the ERAP trial, di ba? So unlike a case in the Supreme Court or the Sandigan Bayan or the Court of Appeals that it's a collegial body that they know how to already deal with their meetings in caucus or they're in chambers, no? Here it's still unfolding. So like I did not talk at all about any caucus, but when I was watching TV, some of my fellow senator judges were talking about the caucus that happened nung Monday. So there's a lot of gray areas here, but I guess what's very clear sa rules is that we don't talk about the merits, but anything about the procedure where we're allowed to talk.
What are your expectations for today?
Yeah.
Well, as you'd see, it's all about perception, not only reality. You saw the arguments yesterday, and I don't want to comment because some were harsh about being prepared or not. But if you watch the different shows and if you listen in the radio, at least half of the lawyers were saying na pag public document, pwede mo na talagang i-present kahit walang mag-authenticate. Diba? But that was the issue yesterday before everyone moved for postponement. So, ang makikita natin dito is really two things. Number one, how prepared talaga is everyone. But number two, the perception. Kasi nangangapa pa everyone. It's not easy that the Senate President and the whole Senate ang kaharap mo. No? Whether you're in the defense or you're in the prosecution, di ba? So, you see sa defense, they wanted to speak pa. But when Senator Enrile said, we're going to rule already in your favor. Bakit ka pa magsasalita, no? But, you see that the prosecution naman did not can we also explain? Kasi nakita mo magro-ruling na against them. So, it's hard to go into people's mind to see what's going on, what's important with them, when do they want to please the court, when is something too important for them to just please the court and they'll be a little bit harsher. But what I see is that yung warm-up period is over. No? And because there's no pre-trial, pag may pre-trial kasi, napag-usapan na yan sinong witness, anong charge, anong ebidensya, so smooth dapat yan. So today, yung isasubmit ng prosecution na yung order ng charges will be some sort of a pre-trial brief. So God willing, with all of that, and then with the week ending by tomorrow, diba? I guess this weekend everyone will be spending time.
The defense has already said that they have reservations about this. Now, we just got notice of this manifestation.
They got notice this morning.
Oh God, here we go
the
again.
Defense, they said yesterday that give them 3 days, and people were asking me about that about hindi mo ba pwedeng i-cross-examine right away, And I agree with the defense, as far as procedure is concerned. You have to give no surprises dapat.
All right. Okay, no surprise. Thank you very much, Senator Alan Cayetano.
Senator Alan Peter Cayetano. Thanks for
Salamat.
joining us.